zum Fass die Zeit verrinnt.
I'm Leigh Melrose. I'm playing the Grand Macabre, Nekrotzar, and the thing I love about this character is that the first stage direction for the character says he is either an embodiment of death or he's an idiot, and so I don't know. We'll see who I am. My take on Nekrotzar, which is different from others perhaps, is that he is on a long sort of quest, a long path. He's been sent by someone, some other god perhaps, to destroy the world. And he learns about humanity and enjoys getting drunk, something which I'd never do, never. There's not been any research on that at all. And he experiences love and things, and then my take on it, and with the lovely Tatjana, he doesn't particularly want to actually destroy it in the end, and has learned a bit about that. So I love him. I think he's brilliant, but it's very hard to sort of tease out the more interesting colours. The way Ligeti has written it is so extreme in terms of vocal performance. You know, a lot of the things are shouted at full volume, as hard as you can, screaming at the top of your lungs. You know, is what's written above bits of music, and you think, I'm not sure I can do that for 2.5 hours. And then there's a lot of falsetto singing, there's a lot of very high singing, there's a lot of very low singing, in sort of those sort of challenges, how to make that a human character, how to make that a balanced character, an interesting character. It's not terribly interesting for someone to just be shouting at the audience for 2 hours. That's boring. Whereas if you can make it interesting, different colours, funny, sad, bits and bobs, that's where I get interested. Nekrotzar meets this strange tenor, Pete, who he says is now his horse. So Pete and Nekrotzar become sort of master-servant. Then they pick up Astrodamus, and then by the end there's also a strange alliance with the prince. So at the end, when it's been announced that the Nekrotzar has missed midnight, he turns to his sort of new friends and says, "Help me," and they do. So that you can't have been so nasty to them that they don't. I know they're trying to trick Nekrotzar too, because they don't want the world to end, of course. So, but it's these sort of layers that I want to inject a little bit of vulnerability in there, because otherwise it's a bit too sort of Marvel superhero. Although I love Marvel superheroes, but it becomes two-dimensional. Whereas I think there should be vulnerability. Otherwise it's boring. I love the music because it's so extreme. the way it's going to be right from the first blast of the car horn in the overture, that you've got all these different car horns tooting away. It's new sounds, it's brash, ugly sounds, it's very beautiful sounds. There are very sort of Straussian moments. The two lovers at the end of the first scene, beautiful. Then with all the sort of visceral, violent tones as well, the chaos with the crowds, the chorus in the political scene with the prince and the two advisors. It's always alive. There's always something new coming every sort of 2 minutes, every 5 minutes. And I also like it when the colours start coming back. You suddenly get this sort of sense that it's not just random. It's not just sort of effects for fun. There's a sense of control, and actually, it becomes as instructive as sort of Wagnerian leitmotifs or what have you. There is a grand architecture that you find, well, I find, and I find very interesting and thrilling.
Im Namen des Allmächtigen zerschmettert